General, if I can request you to please stay on with us, let me introduce this piece of information that is coming in to our viewers. The European Council has urged Pakistan and Afghanistan to engage in a dialogue following a sharp increase in violence between the two countries. In a statement, the EU called on all actors to immediately de-escalate and halt hostilities. It also reiterated that Afghan territory must not be used to threaten or carry out attacks against other countries, underscoring the need for regional stability. So Major General, if I can come back to you on this, so we are seeing a lot of countries in fact calling for negotiations between both these countries. However, we saw last year as well, so when this had escalated in October, we saw a ceasefire being drawn up. However, that is violated right now. So do you believe that negotiations is the way forward, or do you believe that there has to be some other way to resolve this long standing issue between both the nations, sir?
See, negotiation, I think, is always a method of resolving a conflict, because diplomacy and dialogue are the two important aspects of any kind of conflict resolution. So I think negotiations is extremely important, but there has to be a mediator here, because last time also Qatar, I think we had talks in Doha, and Turkey also chipped in. So we would need these kind of mediators to again come forward to get both the parties together for a dialogue. But presently, I think, of course, the Afghan government also made a statement that they are ready for a negotiation. Now we will have to see the response of Pakistan. And most important are the two contentious issues which need a resolution, because unless you do that, this ceasefire, what we are seeing, will remain fragile. The first is Pakistan claim of Afghanistan harboring TTP camps as well as ISIS Khorasan in Afghanistan, which are being used to carry out attacks in Pakistan. And the second is Afghanistan's contention now that they don't recognize the Durand line, because you need to understand that the ethnicity on both sides of the border, if you take Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and on the other side of Afghanistan, the Pashtuns are there on either side, and they are all related to each other, brothers and sisters, and you can't have a line dividing this kind of ethnicity. So a deeper solution of this border issue needs resolution, because unless you resolve this border issue, I don't think the tensions between Afghanistan and Pakistan will ease out. It may be a temporary sort of a solution, but it is likely to flare up again and again. And a second important aspect is that emergence of BLA and TTP nexus in Pakistan, because both forces, separatist forces, have actually aligned together and are challenging the authority of the Pakistan army. So I think that's a major area where Pakistan army also feels that a large number of casualties are taking place in terms of these attacks on the Pakistan armed forces, and they need to teach a lesson to Afghanistan. So ultimately, it's a lack of trust between the two countries which need to be resolved.
Absolutely, General. If I can again request you to please stay on with us as I introduce this piece of information to our viewers.